Montague's message, October 29, 2013. The world is changed by your example, not by your opinion. You each must become the change you want to see in your world. You know in your hearts what is required. When the majority of you decide to speak out and refuse to accept the old paradigm anymore, then change will happen. The cabal is not in a position to enforce its corrupt regime anymore. Those American generals who bravely decided they could not live with what they were asked to do, showed great courage. Their brave stance should act as an example to all who are asked to go against their conscience, to destroy life or the planet in any way. The cabal knows that it can no longer conceal your true origins and your connection to the universe, and so they have employed armies to systematically destroy all the great ancient relics of the past that verified all that you know to be true. These acts of vandalism carried out under the instructions of the cabal are a heinous crime against all humanity and must be seen as such. I ask that you think carefully about carrying out such acts, no matter who orders you to do so, as one day you will regret ever having complied with such wanton destruction. There is more than enough information out there for everyone to know what is right, so that humanity is secure and for your planet to survive, and all the dark influences to be removed. Their control system is crumbling as more light shines on it. It exposes it for what it is. Humanity will no longer accept it, so no matter what they try, they will face exposure. They can no longer pull the wool over the eyes of the awakened people. Every corner of the earth is waking up to the illusion that has enslaved it. It needed mankind to come together as one, to remove all issues that cause division, and to realize that you are all part of the human race and you need each other's help to restore planet Earth. You must work together to create a better future for your planet and all her people. Stand for truth and justice for all, not just the few, as in the past. There was more than enough for everyone before greed and power took over and destroyed so much in their drive to control all. You, the people, have been cruelly lied to by religion, governments and the medical establishment, whose aim is to remove 2/3 of you. Foolish people comply with what they are told is true. Remember, humanity survived without the medical establishment forcing them to accept what, in their hearts they know, to be the wrong advice. All this was cleverly tailored to ensure that you are ill and in need of its medical help. You are now discovering that the old ways are indeed the best. You are returning to them in droves with excellent results. Your bodies survived much in times past without the need for drug-based medicine. Everything you needed was provided. All that is required is for you to open your minds to it. It is important that you take responsibility to educate your children. Do not leave it to the establishment alone to educate them, as everything is geared to make your children accept without question all the cabal's laws and regulations. When you open your eyes and see the killings that have been carried out, which are still happening in your name, you will be horrified. You elect people to represent you. These individuals have an obligation to respect the wishes of the people who trusted them to act on their behalf. In the future, be very careful for whom you vote. Forget party politics, which is a smokescreen. It actually does not matter, as they are all owned by the cabal and they answer only to it. You, the public, are completely ignored from the moment they assume power. It is time for the people to make their collective voice heard. The people do not want war. They want to live in peace, and as you are in the majority, it is time to ensure that your voice is heard. Demand peace and justice for all. It is your divine right. Learn to speak with one voice, irrespective of race or creed, as therein lies your power. Many of you responded to my wife's difficulties when she found herself without transport, through no fault of her own, recently. This is a perfect example of how you can reach out to each other in times of need. Grateful thanks go out to you, from both sides of life. Every act of kindness is noted and remembered. When love and good wishes are sent from the heart, it has a powerful impact on the individual concerned. Love is your greatest asset. The ability to love, to share love, and to send love where it is needed, is so important. What you are seeing every day now is the dismantling of all that is dark and corrupt. As the light expands, it exposes truth, which enables you to see clearly for the first time, the reality in which you find yourselves. It will not all be plain sailing. You will face difficulties, but all that is needed is the courage to only do what will benefit humanity. This is the way forward. Consider all that is asked of you carefully and decide whether your actions will harm or confuse your fellow man. This is your responsibility. Once awake, you can no longer hide behind the notion that you are only obeying orders. It is your responsibility to consider all of humanity. You are your brother's keeper. Please forgive the delay in writing this weekend. Veronica's daughter got engaged, and so parental duties demanded a family gathering to celebrate the occasion together. Visualize the peace and love that is needed to change your world. Draw it close and give it the strength to materialize. Believing that it will happen soon, will create the energy to make it happen. All is energy. We in spirit, surround your world with love and light. Live in your hearts, as that is where love abides. Veronica, my dear, you have made many new friends, all wanting the same thing, a peaceful world for all. Keep this in mind at all times. You are the change. My love is yours. Your adoring Monty. Channeled by Veronica Keene. MontagueKeene.com